Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. Really excited to get going today because I have got the milk oolong that I've been waiting for all week. I really love the jade oolong of last week. But this week it's supposed to be even. Ooh, spinning a little bit. It's supposed to be even better. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the water. There we go. I just had to. Hey Shanna, welcome. I had to adjust my dial real quick, just to make sure, yeah, it's going, just to make sure it was set to the right temperature, because I just made some iced tea today, and I had it set highest, so that's not good for an oolong. An oolong, although it's close to a black tea, it's, Allie, welcome! It actually needs to be brewed as a green tea, which means 180 degrees Celsius. Is it Celsius? No, Fahrenheit, sorry. 180 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 minutes. Hey, Ma, welcome! So, I'm going to go ahead and get this party started. I am dying. Wendy, welcome! I am dying to see how this smells, how this tastes. Like, you don't know, after last week's Jade Oolong, I've been super excited to start this one because this one's supposed to be like a higher quality. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up, see what's going on in here. Ooh, that is nice and creamy. Oh, that is beautiful. Really soft. So this time I came prepared. Just go ahead and pour some of this out. Last week I was not expecting to do two steeps, but this one, now that I know better, I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 steeps of that, just to let you guys see what it's gonna look like. So, since this is gonna be popping a little sooner, Miriam, welcome. It's going to be popping a little sooner because the water doesn't have to heat up as much. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick what it looks like. Check that out. It's a nice, beautiful looking emerald color going on here. Just pressing at the bottom, you can see it's wrapped up. Again, like last week, it's really tight. I'll go ahead and pull one of these leaves out just to show you guys. Look at that, it's really tight. If you were to touch this thing, it feels almost like a pebble. Like, it's super duper hard. I'm really squeezing. Look at my fingers are turning white. Look at that. That's how much pressure I'm putting on, and it barely crackles. Look at that, it's still one piece. And no, I'm trying not to milk the stream for all it's worth, but if I do get a little long-winded, it's only because I find this really fascinating. Is the water done yet? Yep, the water is done, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this out. There we go. The water popped just in time. And I'm going to steep this for about 3 minutes. There we go. 3, perfect. And since I'm already planning a second steep, I'll go ahead and refill the kettle. One-handed, by the way. See, I'm putting that through there. I'm just gotta make sure I don't miss. It's only because it's tied, or rather, not tied, but balled so hard in a pellet. I'm talking about like an actual physical crackle. You know how when you snap wood, or when you step on a really dry leaf, it cracks. It's that same kind of effect where it's so hard that you kind of crackle it when it breaks. So that's what I'm referring to. That I put so much pressure on that, and it wasn't crackling. Like there was no movement. Nothing was breaking off. It was a full-on, super tight little ball. So that's part of what makes this oolong special. Is it's because it's not going to crack under the pressure. The only way that it will release is with the hot water. It'll if it's anything like last week, it'll loosen up the leaf for the first one, but then it'll really open up for the second. But yeah, I've been drinking the Jade Oolong all week last week, and let me tell you, no regrets. I drink... Oh, there goes Quackhead. Quackhead says it's ready. Alright, there we go. I'm pulling out the water. I'm going to let it sit there for a bit. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. Well, crunch, crack, whatever. And I'm not big on onomatopoeia, but you could tell the leaves are still mostly balled up. They're still semi-solid, not as tight as before, but it's pretty solid, still maintaining its form. And with any luck, the second steep will open up as much as it did the first. I'm going to show you guys what height it's at now. I hope this thing like all dripped. There we go. So I know I didn't show you guys before, but you can see there it's up to about here. Trying so hard. There we go. I'm trying not to drip, but it looks like there has been a little bit of growth. Wendy, welcome back. There has been a little bit of growth in the leaves. Jazzy, welcome. I didn't see you come in. I put in about yay much, and then it opened up to about maybe half of what it was. So there was some difference. You guys are gonna have to take my word for it. I forgot to show you, but there is a difference in size after the first steep. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this out. Let you guys see. Now, just like last week, it's coming out pretty clear first time around. The water itself is actually, to me, it looks a little bit clearer than last week. I'm glad you could make it. Oh, whoa, no, don't fall. Oh yeah, that would have gone bad. But, so it looks to me like this tea is very, very light in comparison to last week's. Last week's first steep was light, but this is almost invisible. Like it's still almost as clear as the original water itself. So there isn't much bronzing, there isn't much yellow, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty light flavor. So since I have 2 steeps to go through, I'm going to have to hurry through this again like last week. Last week I I had to pretty much down it the whole time. But here we go. Oh, it smells nice. I'm getting hints of a little saltiness, but the rest is water. Oh, that's unexpected. It's kind of like straight up butter. It's a little salty, but smooth and creamy. Slightly coppery, but not in a bad way. It's like, it's a stronger taste than I expected, but it's not what I got something in my teeth too. It's not what I expected, but in a good way. Like, it's like, well, the description on it says that it's got like a really sought after buttery taste, which I'm picking that up right off the bat. It says, yeah, an oolong tea that's prized for its inherent cream and butter notes. Lower quality versions enhance the notes through aromatization, which is exposing the leaves to the elements, and it takes the taste of its environment, semi unnaturally because that's not its natural environment. This tea comes out naturally. This creamy and buttery. It says slightly roasted leaves yield a light-bodied cup with sweet buttery texture. Yup, and a delicate floral aroma. So this is like super creamy, nice and buttery. It's really quite savory. And I'm gonna go for this again because whew, it's good. It doesn't taste green at all. I'm really surprised. Like, normally you'll get like little hints of the green leaf, but on this first steep, I don't have anything at all. Like, it's straight up cream and butter. And it's like the color is very deceiving, just because it looks so light, but it has it has a stronger taste than it looks. Oh man, I'm gonna love the rest of this stream. Woo! Oh man, like it's really pleasant whenever I'm surprised by something like this. Greg, welcome. What's up? I'm really surprised by this because when you drink a tea for the first time, you can generally get an idea of what it's going to be like, just based on the smell, just based on the color, based on the mouthfeel, and like when you taste it, this is actually surprising me more than I thought it would. And I mean, it's an excellent tea. I'm really loving it. It's something that I wish you guys could experience with me because the milk oolong it's really savory, like almost like a breaded butter. You know, like I'm sorry, not a bread and butter, but a buttered bread. If that makes sense. That was almost the tongue twister there. Where it's nice and savory, you get like an almost cracker kind of mouthfeel to it, and it's really smooth. You know, I mean, there's some teas that it's super salty. Like Japanese green teas are known for that. Dev, welcome. I called you by your Dev name this time, and I didn't struggle with Michelle and Nicole. Of course, neither Michelle or Nicole is here, but I call you by Dev. I got it right the first time. So I'm working on it. Oh my god, this is so good. This is the perfect tea for this exact moment, because it's late in the evening, and it's not too like the caffeine isn't going to keep you up, but it's already having like a calming effect on me, just because of the savory taste. It's like, this is supper time. It's settling your stomach. It's giving you your body cues that it's the end of the day and you can relax and just enjoy it. This is really, I'm super excited about this tea. This is really good. Like, if you guys want to start branching out into different flavors, like I guess if you, how do I put this? Like, some people have preferences like black teas, green teas, herbal teas. I would suggest trying this specific oolong, just to help break you into different categories, because this is a rare thing where it's not specific to any flavor palette. It's really unique in its own way, because it doesn't even specifically taste like an oolong. Oolongs generally have a light green flavor in it, that's just inherent. This one is just straight out butter, and it's something that it's neat to discover. You know. Mm. I'm really. I'm sitting here contemplating because there's so much going on. Like I'm super surprised by it. Uh, that's that's why I don't want to say I'm stuttering, but I'm considering. Like I don't know how to form into words sometimes what I want to say about teas like this, because it's defying its category. And you know, I mean, this is a good discovery in its own way. And as it's cooling off, it's starting to taste a little bit more milky. There's like I'm tasting the water as well, uh, but in a good way. Like it's complementing the water. Sometimes if a tea is too watery, it'll turn you off. Because I mean, like if the taste is so slight, it wouldn't necessarily be worth drinking. You know, like I went through that when I first started drinking white teas. To me, it just tasted like hot water. But the more you delve into it, the more you can start to notice the differences. And that's something that it takes time to cultivate. But with this particular one, excuse me, the saltiness and the creaminess both combine very well. So you're tasting the water, but it's it's basically a water in an environment of butter. If that if that makes any sense. Um, it's something that you can appreciate the more you taste, and the more you think about it. Um, I always I always say, well, I don't always say it to other people, but I always say that when you when you drink a tea, you want to contemplate. You want to think about what you like about it, what you don't like about it, comparing it to other blends that you have tasted before. The more thought that you put into the tea, the more you surprise yourself as to where your mind goes. If it reminds you of certain experiences in the past, like the not the Genma Cha, sorry, Genmai Cha. That was the one with the toasted rice, and it reminded me of Grandma's rice. And that, I love it only because it takes me back to when she used to make us pegao, and there was uh, that huge pot, the iron pot of rice that she would make practically every day. So in cases like this where it'll remind you of a specific taste, and you learn to appreciate that experience, this is the kind of thing that I'm appreciating right now. It's like you sit there and you drink and you think and you contemplate. You're like, where does this take me? Where does this go? The saltiness, the creaminess, the butteriness. What do I want to eat with this? What do I want to be doing while I'm drinking that? This is the kind of tea that's really versatile in its mood. Whereas some teas will calm you down, other teas will hype you up. You got your sweet, you got your salty, you got your savory, you got your seaweed, you got your earthy, your woody, your yeah, I'm laughing at woody, but you see where I'm getting at. I'm so immature. Hmm. Oh, but anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Where it's the magic of tea, because it's so versatile and what it can do. It takes everybody into an individual place. This one for me is giving me notes of calmness, notes of it's putting this kind of it's putting this kind of mood that makes you not just yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Wendy. Well, it's putting me specifically in this mood that's, contemplative, relaxing, and a little bit of joy. There's a little bit of happiness in there, and this is probably because I was so excited all week to actually try it, and now that I'm trying it, all that anticipation is it's being rewarded, for something that's absolutely wonderful in taste. There's a nice body to it. It's full flavored. There's not much that's lacking. I'm not sweetening this thing, and just like the Jade Oolong. From now on, I am just straight up drinking. I am never sweetening that tea, nor am I sweetening this one at all, because it doesn't need it. Like, this is an absolute gem. It's perfect the way it is. As long as you get the water right, you cannot go wrong. And you get like this kind of like a silkiness on your tongue. Like, what was it? Told you you had been messing with this you've been missing out with sweetening. Yes, I absolutely agree 100%. And I have a sweet tooth, and sometimes I give in, but I will confess, a lot of the time I drink regular tea for the stream, and I'll sweeten it for the rest of the week, for the extent of the bag. I don't necessarily need to a lot of the time, but sometimes it's just good. Like next week's, I'm not gonna sweeten. I am impassioned by this tea. Like next time we end up at Adagio, probably tomorrow. Probably. I highly suggest tasting this because it's a really great universal taste. I don't foresee anybody who even has the slightest likeness to tea. If you like tea, you're going to love this. It's just the flavor itself is super good. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's just something that I just truly believe in, My computer turned off. I gotta turn it back on again. There we go. But yeah, I am like super impassioned by this tea. I'm all gung-ho about it. And I still have another steep to go. So we can just imagine where this next one is going to take me. Because this is just the beginning. This is just the first layer of the teas. But I'm going to finish myself off. Okay, that sounded bad. I'm going to finish off this pot. This first pot. There we go. Ah, perfect. I'm going to go ahead. Because this is... Oh, this is just... I want to... I hate to admit it, but I want to hit up David's Teas only because they're having a 2-for-1 sale, and they have one of the flavors on there is Forever Nuts. See, Shanna, I got it right this time. Shannon and Nicole, I keep calling it Nuts for Nuts, and it's only because there's the guys in Central Park that sell nuts out of the cart, that's the name of the cart. It's the Nuts for Nuts. So I keep calling it Nuts for Nuts because it's ingrained in my Brooklyn brain. But I know it's forever nuts, and it will always like make me stutter. I have to think about it consciously. But yeah, I'm getting there. If we do go to Adagio, I'm probably not going to buy anything quite yet, because I still have to wait for double points day. I'm taking another friend of mine from work, so I can't buy anything from Adagio yet. But if you guys want to stop by, we'll go. I will never say no to a trip to Adagio. And yes, it's because I am a nut, and I am nuts for tea. We'll figure it out. If I have to stand outside while you have your adventures with the tea, then by all means. I don't think they'll have anything against bringing the dog inside. I'll ask, but I don't mind dog sitting. We'll see. Especially if you get like a small dog and you're able to put it in the bag, then that shouldn't be a problem either. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start my next water because I'm getting super excited again. I can't wait to see what this second steep tastes like. The second steep, I'm just dying for. So I'm almost done with this one. So in the meantime, you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to throw at me? Now's the time. I'm almost finished with this first one. Am I coming with you to get the dog? I can't because I got the Pokemon thing. I got the X-Raid. So I'll be doing that at 10 while you're sitting in line, whatever. Yes, that's Miriam. She's getting a dog. Congratulations. The dog that she wanted has been adopted, so it's sad, but it's good. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, she's gonna be there bright and early. And I hope she finds a good one. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that snuck up on me there. Okay, there we go. I will try my best. And yeah, I believe they go fast at ACS, and that's why she's lining up early. She'll be there at 10, and they open up at 11. I would actually suggest being there around like 9, but, you know, that's just me. And I'm trying not to sneeze. There's a sneeze right in my right nostril. And it's going to not come out. Whew. Yeah, never mind, it's not coming out. I hate it when that happens. Is my water ready? Yeah, my water's ready. So, down the hatch. Steep number 1 is done. And now for steep number 2. I'm going to show you guys one more time what it looks like. It's still balled up, kind of, sort of. It's a little bit softer, but still not quite there yet. There's lots of flavor still to be found within the leaf. And yes, go for 9 for sure. The earlier the better, because you're going to want first picks. Because those little puppies are not going to last. You already know from Salsa. Yeah, she found her little home. Good for her, but a little slightly sad that it wasn't you. Oh, of course this thing is gonna. All right, I'm gonna have to put you guys down for just a second. I overfilled it a little bit. And I put the tea, there we go. I put the teapot on top of the rag, and that's not good. Ooh. In one day, yeah, she was adorable. She wasn't gonna last. I mean, I know you told her not to look cute, but I guess she didn't listen. So as soon as she got out, she got taken. But oh well, next time. she was a cutie though. I'm sure you'll get one just as cute. If you can get Jazz, that big old that big old monster of an Akita. That dog looked cute as nothing. Like, oh my god, that's the kind of dog that I would love to have one day if I had like a giant house, because a giant dog needs a giant house. If I hit the lotto and I'm getting a giant dog like that with a giant house and a giant yard, that's perfect. But anyway, I forgot to mention that this tea is another oolong that comes from Taiwan. I don't know what region. Does it say what region? I knew I read it somewhere. I forgot the region. Oh, he did? Oh, great. Yeah, I was rooting for him. Yeah, Jazz, he's a big old dog. Love him. Let me see if I can find... And some goats, so you have to have them to mow that giant yard? Absolutely. I'm gonna get those baby fainting goats. Oh, there we go. I didn't even get to look where it was coming out of. Oh yeah, huge difference. Huge. I'm gonna show you guys in just a second. There we go. Take a look at that. Look at that. It like doubled in size. And you know what? They're still kind of closed. I can definitely get a third steep out of it. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. But I definitely can get a third steep out of this one. Because it has grown up a lot, but it's still not fully unfurled. Let me just pull out one of these leaves. Okay, check this out. It grew a lot, but it's still closed. Like, I can keep this in the teapot tomorrow and steep another cup or another pot with no problems at all. Look at that. It still has not opened. So this just adds to the value of it because it's so tightly wound that you're drinking 3 times as much of tea as you normally would. So even at $30 for 3 ounces, it becomes $10 an ounce, but you're drinking everything 3 times, so it knocks it down to about $1 a serving, which is good for a tea, because you're getting 3 times the amount. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this tea out. Well, not out. I'm going to keep it in the pot, but I'm going to steep it later. And I'll update the status to let you guys know what the third tea tastes like. The third steep, I should say. Ooh, there we go. I want to show you guys what it looks like. It looks like it's still semi-clear. It's slightly darker, but not by much. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Look at that. There is a definite difference in color. you're getting more towards a darker bronzer kind of deal. But it's looking good. There's a huge difference. It looks like apple juice. I don't know if you guys can tell on the by the camera, but it's got like an apple juice kind of tone to it. And here goes the second one. That's good. That is really good. The second steep, it's tasting more. You taste more of the green tea flavor, but still not a whole lot. The buttery creaminess is still there. You're still maintaining that original flavor. It's just excellent. You get kind of like almost like a seawater kind of taste to it, but not quite. Like, you know, where you drink up seawater, it's just straight up salt. This has a lighter version of that. It's not as strong as Japanese green teas, like the saltiness in that, but it's excellent. It's very, very soft, very smooth. And even still, I'm still picking up a little bit of the butteriness in the smell too. And there's a little tone of something in there that I'm not quite placing. It's slightly fruity, kind of like a raisin. Was that you, Tracy? I can't tell. Yeah, that's you. Welcome, Tracy. I know you're not supposed to drink seawater, and I'm already crazy. So that's two strikes already. No, but this is it's not salty. It's got like the undertones of it, but there's like a fruity, kind of like dates or raisins, something in that area where it's very, very slight, but it's there. Or maybe that's the seawater that's making me sound crazy. Mm. And it's still it's a little bit coppery, but it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's coppery. I'm drawing a blank here. It's hard for me to place. There's something in there that it's driving me crazy. What is that? It's so hard for me to place it. But it's reacting with the water and giving it like a bit of a tanginess to it. Maybe like along the lines of a tree, like a tree berry, if that makes sense. I know like grapes grow on vines and stuff like that, but like a blackberry or it's very, very slight. But I'm picking something up. It's fruity and slightly vegetal. It's becoming like I was saying before, like the greenness of it is coming out more prevalently. But there's like an actual vegetal something to it that I can't quite place. Well, this is gonna have me thinking. Let me see if I can find a good. Yeah, there's nothing on the website that's gonna show me uh, what it is that I'm placing, but it's kind of like a tree fruit. I'm really enjoying, well, like a tree berry, I should say, but I'm really enjoying it. It's keeping me calm, and it's making, like, it's literally making me happy. And there was somebody, like, the first review comes up, and it says sunshine in the cup, and that's pretty accurate. My book right now is kind of buried under some other stuff, so I can't get to it right now. Um, I was in a hurry to clean up, and I just piled a bunch of stuff on top of it, and yeah, it was my bad. Um, but I'd say, yeah, it's like a tree berry that's giving it that flavor. I Man, I want to do a third steep. I know that it may be very difficult for me to complete 3 steeps in one sitting. How does it taste with milk in it? I don't know because I don't have any milk. With milk, I guess um, it would probably lose a little bit of the flavor depending on how much milk I would put into it. I wouldn't honestly put much milk if I was to put any in there. Um, the milk, I mean, the buttery taste would give it a bit of a salty sweet connotation to it. I mean, it's perfect as is. Maybe with a little bit of milk, it would give it like a buttermilk kind of taste to it. But yeah, I think that'll be good. Mm. I'm really like oh, a third steep with milk. That would be hard to imagine. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe on my third steep, I'll run upstairs, borrow a little bit of milk. All I need is like a dollop. I'll arrange it. We'll see. But it tastes really, really nice. Like even just as is, it's really doing well. Mm. I'm like sitting here. I'm savoring this flavor. It's really like it tastes really good. Hooray! Yeah, I'm happy about that too. I was super excited about tasting this because I had such a good time on the stream last week that this week I knew what was coming, and it's like I can't wait. Like, this is gonna be the awesomest, and I'm certainly not disappointed at all. And even as it cools, it's still maintaining that quality. Um, I'm getting like notes of the green, but the cream is still strong, the butter is still strong, the salty savoriness is strong. Um, this is the kind of tea that I would pair with bread of any kind. Um, it kind of makes you okay. Like I've been going to Italy more often, and they have like a whole baking section. They have like exclusive kinds of breads. Last week I bought one that was provolone and um, what is it? It was provolone and prosciutto, and it was really good. It would go excellent with this because it's got kind of an olive. That's what it is. It's got kind of an olive oil quality to it, and not the oily texture, of course, but the flavor, the richness, the saltiness. This is really good. Mm. Wow. Like I am so glad that I saved this one for last because it's a really good one. Whew, I need to check on something real quick. Oh no. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just like looking at the calendar real quick, because I already announced that next week I was going to do something. Um, I don't know if I want to do it next week. I mean, you guys know that the Earl Grey stream is coming up. Um, but I have the 24th and the 31st to stream. So I'm wondering, I'm gonna do the Earl Grey within the next 2 weeks, but I don't know which week yet. So I'll wait a little while before I make a definite announcement. But yeah, the Earl Grey is coming up, and I'm not gonna sweeten it. And you guys gotta bear with me. you guys know how I feel about Earl Grey. I'm gonna give it an honest review. If I hate it, I'll say it. I already tolerate it, and traditionally, keep this in mind. Traditionally, it's drank with. You know what? I could do the breakfasts too. You know what? That's a good idea. I'll do both of them for the next 2 weeks. How does that sound? Great? Okay, I'll do the breakfasts, and then I'll do the Earl Grey. Not specifically in that order. Maybe not. I don't know yet. But then next month, you guys, I'm doing the stream with the fandom teas. And by an overwhelming majority, I'm going to go ahead and just announce the winner, like you guys already know. But it's going to be Marvel Comics. You guys, by a landslide, like, you guys love your Marvel. There was no contest whatsoever. I think it was 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it was 12 for Marvel. And I think the highest one after that was like 4. So, yeah, Marvel won by a landslide. The poll is over, and Marvel wins. But thank you guys for your participation. It was awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and place the order later on, probably this weekend for it. Then once it comes in, I get my teas and stuff, we'll be good to go. So you guys have any questions, comments? Ooh, excuse me. Anything you want to ask me about this tea specifically? Go right ahead. I'm opening up the floor. Whoop. So something fell in my mouth. There's nothing on my cup. Maybe it's hitting my... I just shaved, so maybe it's like hitting right there. And it just feels like it's something going into my mouth, but it's actually just hard hair. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and top myself off. Look at the woody blends. What's a woody blend? I mean, when I think about woody teas, I think about like pu'er and like the rum barrels and stuff like that. But what woody blends are you specifically referring to? Or is Woody the one that made like the cookie ones that you just got? Oh, I'm stuffing myself here. Whew. A guy named Woody. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, he was the one who made the cookie blends, I'm assuming. You're gonna have to like link me to some of them. Oh, this is amazing. I love it. Oh, and you guys, I sold another, can I double the steeping time to get the taste of the first brew, the second brew on the first go? I would not. Only because that's essentially trying to take a shortcut that it's not meant to take. Um, if you double brew, if you double the steeping time, you run the risk of burning it all in one shot. Whereas if you brew it once, you preserve the flavor by taking it out and letting the leaf cool. Then once it's already cooled down, it can take another steep to continue the process of opening the leaf. If you're going to double the time, be careful because it can blow up in your face really fast. Yeah, it'll make it bitter, even though it's strong and tightly wound. When you're paying $30 for 3 ounces, that's not a risk that I'd be willing to make. I mean, it makes it harder to oversteep, but not impossible. So I would suggest sticking to the instructions, and you're gonna get the best result out of it. They did this one at a tea tasting at Tilula, where they purposefully oversteeped a green tea, and let me tell you, that was like my moment of glory, because everybody was like scared to try it. And they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this thing on. I don't know. It's supposed to taste bad. I don't know." I was like, "Bring it on!" Waha! Oh, Shanna, you remember? I was like, "Yeah, I've done it 1,000 times. I'm already used to the bitter taste." So I'm like, "Woo!" Everybody looked at me like, "What the?" It's like, "Bring it." It comes from experience, you know? Hey, Nicole, welcome! Better late than never, right? And Jenna, yeah, you weren't brave enough because you knew what to expect. You've had oversteeped green teas before, so you knew what it was going to taste like. Me, I knew it, and I went into it willingly. I've already developed my my taste buds to take a certain amount of punishment. So yeah, that's where I'm going with it. Oh, excuse me. We got the hiccups. Oh man, I wish it was not so hot today, because I'm like, it's been humid, and I worked at home, so I had like no. Oh, excuse me. I had no air conditioning under the hot laptop. It was like, and yeah, introducing everyone to lap sang. That was another beautiful moment of mine. Everybody, they seemed to like it. I think that I did that at both tastings, didn't I? Like, I chose the lap sang at Naperville too, if I remember correctly. That was like, I don't know, man. It's like I have a habit of introducing people to lap sang and gauging their reactions. Yeah, I did that with you guys too, actually. You know, lap sang was my idea, and it took a while. It took a while for you and Nicole to try it out, but eventually it was done. And if I recall, Nicole didn't like it, but you did. But you're still not a fan of the pour, and you're still not a fan of the rooibos. I'm keeping a mental checklist, but yeah, I'm going there. I'm remembering who likes what and whatever. Whew. Did I top myself off already? I don't remember. Did I top myself off? I don't know. Man brain. Yep, I guess I did. This is like the most disappointing feeling I did. Like, the lapsang actually killed a lot of the Earl Grey flavor. Like, there were notes of it, but the smokiness of the lapsang took away the bitterness of the bergamot. So I have to say that, yeah, I liked it. There is also an Earl Grey rooibos that I want to try. Yes, I absolutely am tea drunk, but you guys know you guys know how I feel when I go to pour the empty bottle, not the bottle, the empty teacup, teapot, the empty teapot, and it's like just disappointing when it's empty. It's like, see, that's why it looks like a thumbs down. It's like empty. Oh, is this? Can I do a series of teas that pairs with spicy chips? I could. The only thing is, I was wrong the last time I tried. I went to work with lapsang, and I bought some barbecue chips, and boy was I wrong. That did not go together at all. I regretted that so much. Yeah, I absolutely am tipsy, but in the best way. Ooh, I'm choking a little bit. Woof. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. This is a really great way to end the weekend. End the week. Yeah, I'm feeling great though. Well, no, they're not spicy, but I originally thought that they would go well with the smokiness. Spicy is gonna be hard, only because if I do a chai, it's gonna be messy, and I mean that in quite literally. Like, I'm already sweating from the tea. This is not spicy at all. I have gone through the Dai by Chai series, and it just like, whew, it knocked me out. So adding spicy chips on top of that, it's gonna be hard to figure out what's gonna pair well with what, especially when you've got two competing flavors like that. There's strong flavors. You're gonna get like this duel going back and forth that you don't really want unless you know what you're doing. So I'll have to think about that. Winter Challenge is right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come out with a new flavor really shortly. I already have Wendy. Say hi, Wendy. I know you did before. She's helping me with labels. She already made a great label for me for one of my upcoming blends. So one of them that she's going to be working on is going to be another Dai by Chai. It's going to be the third in the series, and possibly I'm going to have a fourth. I need to contemplate a little bit more, but there's going to probably be a fourth. A fourth Dai by Chai in the series. Last time I did the Dai by Chai and the Death by Chocolate Chai, and those were amazing. And I don't think I should stop at just two. I think that there should be at least 3 or 4 more. Make it a good series, you know? I might actually just make it into a group of its own and call it Dai by Chai. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea or what? I think that's an excellent idea. So, I'm gonna start working on that. I've already got my third set in stone. I'm thinking about a fourth. I'm still contemplating it. I don't know what I'm gonna do about a fifth, but you know, when that time comes, we'll see. So, any questions, comments, anything you want to throw it at me? Go over. Hey, you're there. Welcome back. I I'm probably gonna wind up doing that that label that you worked on. I'm gonna work on the blend to go along with it. I've already got in my mind what it's gonna be, so I'll be announcing that shortly. Probably next week after it's done, and I'll talk a little bit about it then. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off. So go ahead, last call, throw it at me. What you got? Oh, almost done. I think I have one more swig to go. Oh, and I am stuffed. This has been really satisfying. I'm feeling like really good right now. I am tipsy as what was mentioned before, but like this is the way to spend the day, you know. Like I wish I could go to work and just drink tea all day, be tea drunk, and just be happy all day. Like that would be my dream job. If I ever hit the lotto, I'm totally opening up a tea shop. What? You need to bounce some blend ideas off me later? Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm here for. I would be happy to do that. As a matter of fact, if you're coming tomorrow, which I'm hoping you are, because we're gonna have people around. Miriam is going to hang out. Another friend of mine, Sneha, is coming, hopefully. So you are certainly invited. I know that you were supposed to drive your parents to the airport tomorrow, but it was changed to today and all of that. So now that you're free tomorrow, you're free to join us. I'll let you know after the stream. We'll hang out. We'll do stuff. Oh, no. The tea... was it tomorrow? But the Tilula, yeah, that I didn't even realize that was close by. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Are there coconut cream teas? Rick, welcome. You're catching the very end. You just missed an amazing blend. Check it out on YouTube because I'm posting it after the show. But yeah, this is one that you're not going to want to miss. Coconut Pao Chong is excellent. Thai Chai is excellent. Chilula is in September. Oh, but it's a Friday night. Ah, I see. Oh, well, no worries, Rick. Better late than never. I think is it next week? I want to do another raffle. So the 24th, I'm probably, so next week. I don't know, you guys, next week or the week after, the 24th or the 31st, should I put through my raffle? I'm thinking maybe the 24th, and I'll announce the winner on... Yeah, I'll announce the winner on that Monday. So we'll do it through the weekend of the 24th and the 27th. I'll announce the winner. We'll do it that way. Okay, it's settled. Thanks for your input. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off. You guys, last call. Go ahead. Questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. This is your time, or forever hold your peace. Oh, woo, that was good. So I'm gonna go ahead, sign off. Thanks you guys for joining me, for being there, keeping me motivated, asking me your questions, participating. You guys make this stream the best that it could possibly be, and I'm truly grateful. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.